In this video, we're going to talk about commercial kitchen design and commercial kitchen equipment with special reference to correctional facilities, otherwise known as prisons and jails and places like that. Nice to speak to you again.
Nice to speak to you
So
as well.
I know that with Culinary Depot, you guys do a lot of very diverse kitchen design, and one of the areas is correctional facilities. Firstly, is there anything unusual I need to know if I'm looking to work in that context?
Sure. The biggest thing is the equipment. So you want to have everything that's we call in the industry a prison package.
A prison package, what does that mean?
Prison package would mean, for example, all the knobs are covered with locks.
In case anyone, I guess, gets into the kitchen.
Somebody's in the kitchen. Well, actually, inmates work in the kitchen in most lots of correctional facilities.
And so they take the knobs?
So they want to make sure they don't take off the knobs. So they'll have a prison package covering the knobs with a lock. Another thing, they don't use screws. They'll use unremovable rivets.
So people are unscrewing?
Some inmates will try to unscrew something to be able to use it as a weapon.
Oh, goodness gracious me. I hadn't thought of as a kitchen sink as a weapon, but you've completely redefined it. What about working, let's say you're doing installation in a correctional facility. I assume that there are some security concerns. How does that all work?
So once the kitchen was designed and we start the work, is the plan, how do you get the job done with the security clearance needed?
Right.
So there's multiple factors to keep in mind. Number one is actually getting the security clearance for the people. We need to work with the right people that have all the clearance. And then how do we work around their schedule when there's no inmates in the kitchen?
Right, okay, because that has to be a limited amount of time.
Correct, because some of them are functioning. So one of the examples I'll give you, we did a big jail, Albany County Jail in Albany, New York. We worked around overnight and we had guards watching, and we did it in segments. So it's a huge job for $600,000. However, we did it in stages. So we did first the walk-in boxes, demolish the walk-ins, we coordinate with the customer to rent temporary refrigeration solutions so we can get the walk-in box built properly, get rid of the debris, not let it sit around for security measures as well.
Right.
And then go to the kettles. So on the cooking line, we have 6 large kettles. Again, the tools got to be counted before you bring it in.
Right, because you don't want to make sure suddenly a tool is a weapon, right?
Right. So if you in the maximum security prison, they will count how many tools you brought in your toolbox. And every time you want to walk out to get something from your truck, you need to be escorted by a security guard.
Wow, it sounds like quite a tricky situation. Yeah. All right, so what are some of the other design equipments when it comes to, I mean, this is quite a large kitchen we're talking about. How many people are you trying to serve? What sort of availability do you need?
So again, a prison is mass production, very mass production usually, and as well
thousands of inmates, or
yes,
in any one particular facility.
Correct, and as well, it works with a budget. It's they want to stick to a budget, and they want to serve the meals the most economical.
Right, because this is a government institution, of course.
Correct. So what we will do is say, what's the best piece of equipment that can have the most output?
Okay, that
Correct.
makes sense to me. All right, good. So we've spoken a little bit about the fact that you have to have affordable kitchen equipment. We've spoken about some of the design considerations. Are there any other, I want to say, interesting stories, anything that's come up, or any interesting installation that you've done when it comes to prisons and jails and so forth across the country?
We've done in Florida. In Orlando, Florida, we've done a women's prison. There's about 1,800 inmates there. That was a very challenging job. There was one easier part there, that it was a new addition, so it wasn't in the prison yet. Once we moved out, they gated it in. However, that had a lot of unique challenges because the specification was very tight. So for example, even a rack where you carry sheet pans, they wanted to make sure that the wheel can't come off easily.
Because again, the wheel can then be taken off
can be thrown. It's a heavy item. It can become. They can sharpen it. So
sharpen a wheel.
Sharpen the stem where the screw.
I'm clearly not thinking creatively enough about this. All right, amazing. Well, look, I really appreciate your insight in something I really had no idea about.
Well, some of our customers may not know yet, so if you are in the need, call one of our experts.
Absolutely. So if you'd like to find out more about commercial kitchen design in correctional facilities, and of course beyond restaurants, hotels and bars and casinos and cruise ships and everything else, please contact us via the website, for example, culinarydepot.inc.com, or call us up using the numbers and contact information and email that you find there.